So, welcome to the fourth edition of the Ladies in Their 80s Talking Football. This is Troy Lewis here with my mama on the left. She's the lady wearing the eyeglasses. And my Aunt Grace is the lady on the right. Is that still the Tim Tebow jersey? Aunt
Yes.
Grace? Okay. So there may be a bit of an echo here. That's because I'm at a conference room here in Las Vegas where I'm doing some work this week for the company that I work with. And so Mama and Aunt Grace, we have both been, the three of us have been eliminated from the survivor pool that we were in. Just as an FYI, 90% of the people that have been eliminated had in survivor pools across the country have been eliminated because of the same picks that we made. So we should not feel bad. We went in the right direction with the teams that we chose, be it Cincinnati, be it Baltimore, what have you. The Eagles 1 week against Atlanta. That's just the way the cookie crumbles. And so it goes. So, Mama, Aunt Grace, I want to ask you, what are your thoughts? Here we are going into week 5. What are your thoughts on the NFL as things have transpired over the first 4 weeks? Anything stand out to you?
Now, well, last night there was a tie with Atlanta and the Buccaneers. And I just thought it was so.
Aunt Grace, that wasn't a tie. What are you talking about?
At they had to go into overtime.
It went into overtime and Atlanta won.
Yeah, but that's what she was saying.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
So
I need to be quiet and let you talk, Aunt
No,
Grace.
it's okay. I just thought it was so unfair that the Buccaneers didn't have a chance to.
Yeah, I wish
I know
they would
that's the
change.
rule, but it's not a fair rule.
I agree. I think both teams should be allowed to get the ball at least.
Yes, at least one time. Yeah.
You know, that's the way it's set up in the playoffs now.
Uh-huh.
They don't do it that way for the regular season.
Oh, why?
I don't know, Mama. That's a very good question. That's another question we need to compile and ask Roger Goodell why they do that.
Number 12, the one that scored the touchdown, the winning touchdown, he was lightning. And the Buccaneers had lead in their feet. They couldn't catch him. Just let him run down the field.
I'm not going to tell the two of you how much money I had on Tampa Bay last night. But when they crossed the 50, I said to my supervisor, Chuck, I go, this game is over. And he goes, no, you still got a shot. And I go, Chuck, watch. Their defense is shot.
Yes. And he was just throwing darts at will.
Kirk Cousins played the game of his life, Aunt Grace.
Goodness.
He could do no wrong.
I know.
It was as though, you know, I often go to this phrase when someone's having a great night, and I compare them to Joe Montana, but he was Joe Montana last night throwing to Jerry Rice and John Taylor back in the 80s.
He was just sitting in the pocket, having a ball. The Buccaneers need to put some fire under their defense.
You know, as with any quarterback in the NFL, if you give them time, they will pick you apart. We could put, Aunt Grace, we could put you or Mama at quarterback. And if you had time to throw the ball, you could move your team down the field. But that's what it's all about, is getting pressure on the quarterback to make them uncomfortable.
And he had none. I think, what was he, sacked maybe once or twice.
Does he have some kind of pact with someone? Because there was a game in week 3 where they didn't tackle him.
That was when he was against the Eagles.
Against the Eagles, yes.
Yeah, where it was like he had COVID or something. They were scared to go get
right.
That's a good analogy, Mama. It was as though he had COVID and nobody wanted to go near him. That's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I was not very happy with last night.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
It was a good game though.
It was a great game.
Yes, it was.
yeah, I didn't see the game because I couldn't get it, but I looked at some reruns of it today, and I said, my.
Mama, again, you have Amazon.
I know.
Don't-
We won't discuss that.
Don't get
Okay.
that tone with me.
We're
on the
going
phone.
to- we're
I know
going to
people
stick-
are listening in.
Yes, sir.
For those tuning in, I have provided my mom with access to my Amazon account, but she, for whatever reason, won't go on to it to watch the games. I don't know why. But she's my mama, and I let her do whatever she wants to do because she's the boss, and she's been the boss of me since 1961.
All right.
And even though mama is younger than Aunt Grace, mama is the boss of Aunt Grace as well.
Yes, she's the matriarch of the family.
She's the matriarch of the family.
Mhm.
And everyone knows to stay on her good side because once you get on her bad side, whew, it's hard to get off of that.
Really? Let's move on.
Let's move.
So Daniels, let's talk about Daniels.
Oh, my favorite quarterback.
All right, so let's hear your thoughts on Jaden Daniels, the quarterback of the Washington Commanders.
Go ahead, Jane.
Okay. I'm happy to say that he had a terrific game and was, I think I'm right now, he was chosen rookie quarterback of the week.
Yes, he was.
Yes, I remembered that correctly. Yes. And he had the largest victory this week.
Mm-hmm. Yep, they won by 28.
28 points. I
Mhm.
mean, that's saying something.
28 points is 28 points. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
Right
seems
now,
happy
go ahead.
playing the game, like he really enjoys it.
Yeah, and he seems like a good kid.
Yeah, he
does.
seems
Really does.
grounded.
Yes.
He's not letting it go to his head.
I would agree.
Yeah.
And each week, what he says is, I'm sticking with the game plan. I'm trying to follow what the coaches have instructed me to do, and I'm just trying to make my team better.
Yeah.
And he broke the 40-year record
What
Of
40-year record
Brady's.
was? Of what?
of Tom Brady.
Of Tom Brady's.
Educate me. I was not aware of this.
Let's see now.
So Mama and Aunt Grace, just as an FYI, I've been out here training pharmaceutical reps, and I've been starting at 6:30, and I get done each day around 9 o'clock.
Wow.
So there's been a lot of stuff that I have missed this week.
Mhm.
So what record did he break?
I think it was the percentage of completion.
Oh,
Record.
yeah. His numbers are off the chart.
Yeah.
And then he did the 40-year one where there were no turnovers, and there were no what is the other? Punts.
That's right.
Yeah.
They had no punts in that game.
This is for 40 years.
Yes,
Yeah.
that is crazy.
It
You're
is.
right. I did hear
awesome.
that.
Yes.
Yeah, that is hard to do.
In
have
other words,
won
you
any
did
turnover.
your job with each possession.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So as Hank Stram used to say back in the 60s and 70s, he's matriculating the ball down the field.
Uh-huh.
So yes, you are absolutely right.
That's
And
a good one. That sounds like something that Berman would say.
yes. Well, Chris Berman, God bless him, he took a lot of stuff from people that I grew up with.
Okay.
Yeah. So he took a lot of stuff from Howard Cosell, a
Uh-huh.
lot of stuff from Hank Stram and other legends of the NFL.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
but
yeah, the Redskins, I believe, are the highest scoring team. I'm sorry, the Commanders are the highest scoring team in the league right now.
wow, I can't wait to see it. They're gonna
I
play.
know they're leading their division.
Yeah.
Yeah, and uh, none of us have any. We don't get sad when the Cowboys are trailing anyone.
No.
Yeah, we are not Cowboy fans in the Lattimore family, and never have been.
No. Mm-mm.
So that's a good thing. So, what are your thoughts
Oh,
for
we
this?
were Cowboy fans there for a bit.
Really? Uh-oh, Mama, what are you doing with your iPad? No more alcohol from Mama, Grace.
All right.
Mama, we're not seeing your face. It's coming back. Okay, that's better.
Yeah.
So when were you I was never a Cowboys fan. When were you a
Not
Cowboy?
even when Ron Springs was playing.
Uh,
Come on.
Mama, I'll give you that. Okay, so he
Okay.
was there in the early 80s. So
Yeah.
Ron Springs went to my high school, which is the high school in the area that we grew up in, Lafayette High School. Ron Springs came out in 74, 75, maybe 76,
I think it was 76.
76, and
Yeah.
went to
Ohio
Ohio
State.
State and played for Woody Hayes. And then he went on to the NFL. God rest his soul. He succumbed to diabetes over the years, but we knew Ron Springs and his family very well back in the day. And so, yes, we were pulling for the Cowboys for a certain time frame. But once Jerry Jones came on board,
Different story.
that's a different story. All right. So as we go into week 5, anything that the two of you are looking for?
Week 5.
Mm-hmm. So the Jets in Minnesota are playing in London Sunday morning.
Yeah.
That'll be
Minnesota
6:30.
is carrying on too.
Who would have ever thought Sam Darnold was a bum for his
Right.
first 3 to 4 years in the league?
Yes.
And now
He
he's
just
playing
didn't-
like go
He
ahead.
didn't have the right guidance, I guess you would say, and the team to work
Supporting
with.
cast.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. So he's 4-0 so far.
Yeah, he is.
Only 2 teams 4-0.
Is that the Chiefs?
The Chiefs and the
And the
Vikings.
Vikings. I didn't know that, Mama. Mama, it is crazy to me how much more stuff y'all know than I do. And I've been out of pocket because I'm out here in Vegas for work every
Hey,
day.
we're retired. We amuse ourselves with our handy little iPads.
Yes.
Gene more so than me.
So for anyone tuning in, so Mama, why is it that you prefer the iPad over the computer?
Because I can take it wherever.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I never thought of it.
Place.
Go ahead. Say
I
that.
don't have to just stay in one location. I can be in the bed and look up whatever.
Okay.
I can sit in my chair and look up whatever, I can sit at the dining room table and just read.
Okay. Now I understand. Same for you, Aunt Grace?
Same thing. Yes.
So these are for anyone, checking us out. These are ladies in their 80s who are always on their iPad. You know what? Maybe I should tag Bill Gates on this and say, hey, I got 2 ladies in their 80s who are using your Apple devices all the time and they love it.
Yes, that would be a good idea.
Yes. I'll let
I'll
him know when I need an upgrade.
Bill Gates, if you're listening in, My mom will reach out to you when she needs an upgrade. All right. So I want to try to make this shorter than what we have been doing. So we've got the Jets and the Vikings this week in London. The Jets, wow, that can't be right. I'll have to
What?
bring it on a different app. But right now it's saying that the Jets on this one app that I was on are a 4-point favorite. I cannot see that.
I can't believe
That
that
can't be.
Oh,
over the Vikings. I
Yeah, I can't see that.
I can't go with that.
No.
yeah.
Oh, here it is now. I've got an updated app, and the Vikings are now a 2.5 favorite. But I like the Vikings in that game.
Yeah, me too.
And Aaron Rodgers, you know, he's now 40, and he's another person that we're showing that when you can get pressure on a quarterback, he got hit a lot.
He did.
Yeah. And so they didn't fare as well, and they missed a field goal. And I was watching that game with some of my buddies here in Las Vegas. And when they trotted out their kicker, I said, no way he's missing that. He shanked it. All right. Anything else jumping out? So,
Well, there's the Jaguars, poor babies. They haven't won a thing.
I know. And I'm looking at the spread, and they are a 3-point favorite against the Colts. And you talk about Father Time and Andy Dalton.
Right.
See, Joe Flacco came out and beat
Right.
the Steelers last week.
Yes. Yes. That is Father Time. Got
Yeah.
2 Father Time, 3, because we're going to put Rodgers right in there. Rodgers, Dalton, and Flacco.
Dalton, that captures it. So the Steelers play the Cowboys, it looks like Sunday night. Is that right? Yes, Sunday night. And I know that you all also support Mike Tomlin, you know, because he's also from our area. What are your thoughts on the Steelers versus the Cowboys?
Steelers versus Cowboys.
I'm going to lean towards the Steelers on that one. It's going to be tight. But the Steelers has been on the road a lot. I think they might be able to eke it out.
Well, they'll be back home for this game.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Okay. I can see that happening too. You know, you always just think though that the Cowboys, they have talent. They got Prescott. They got CeeDee Lamb at wide.
Yes.
I don't understand why the Cowboys don't just throw the ball to CeeDee Lamb every play, because he's really like the only star that they have. But the over and under is 44. I'm not even going to ask y'all your thoughts on the over and under, because I know you don't quite understand that yet.
No, I haven't conquered that philosophy yet.
We have to get you to put some money on an over and under, Mama, and then you'll understand it. All right, so we got 2 teams undefeated. The Chiefs are playing the Saints on Monday night, and the Vikings are playing the Jets on Sunday morning. So do you think the Vikings will remain undefeated?
I think so.
I think so as well.
Okay. And do you think the Chiefs will remain undefeated against the Saints?
The Saints.
Are they home or away? I'm not sure.
Chiefs are at home.
They'll win.
Aunt Grace?
You know, I don't know why I like the Saints.
Okay.
Yeah. Go ahead, sis.
No, that's it.
Yeah.
Okay. So as we go into this week, we're going to start our own survivor pool between the 3 of us.
Okay.
So my pick for this week will be the Vikings. I cannot use the Vikings anymore, but I'm going to use, you know what? I'm going to take it back. I'm going to use the Seahawks this weekend going against the Giants.
Oh, okay. Let's
So
see.
that's going to be my pick for Survivor for this weekend.
Okay,
Grace, your turn.
I'll go with the Bills.
Who does Buffalo play?
Texas.
You're going to take Buffalo on the road at Houston?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Mama?
Washington.
Hey,
Mhm.
what's his name? Diggs will have a ball on Sunday. Stephon.
Oh, look at you. You're right. I didn't even think of that. Stephon Diggs, who used to be the wide receiver with the Bills, is now with Houston. And Aunt Grace thinks that he'll have a big day against Buffalo, his former team. All right, Mama, you're taking Washington?
Yeah, Washington plays the Browns.
Okay, so I'm writing it down.
I would say that's a sure.
Yeah, Browns are 1-3 and Washington's 3-1.
Mine's a little iffy.
Well, we all know there's no such thing as a sure thing in the NFL.
Right.
Right.
All right.
Never know what's going to happen.
Yeah, so I've got the Seahawks. Aunt Grace has the Texans, and Mama has Washington.
No, I don't have any Texans.
Who do you have?
Well, I thought that's what you said.
No, I said I had the Bills.
Oh, you're going to take Buffalo to beat
Oh,
the Texans.
To beat the Texans.
Okay.
And
All
I
right.
have Washington.
They just got crushed by Baltimore. Buffalo did.
I know. I'm crazy. But I'll still go with it.
Okay, Aunt Grace. All right. Thank you for tuning in to Ladies in Their 80s Talking Football. I hope you had as much fun listening and watching us as I did talking to my mom and my Aunt Grace. And I always end it with, Mama, I love you. Aunt Grace, I love you also.
I love you back.
Love you more.
Okay. Y'all have a good night.
You too.